The pirates are coming. The pirates are coming. The pirates are coming. The pirates are coming. I swear. I'm telling the truth. The pirates are coming. Oh no. Let me transform. Dr. Alchemist power, make up! This is Dr. Alchemist! My name is Dr. Alchemist, and I am the Neo Scholar, and I am the protector of Earth, protector of academia, and the expert and powerful one of One Piece. And I am here to protect peace and give my final attacks of 1,500 chapters, and that means you. We are here. What's up? I'm Dr. Alchemist, M.F.A, the Neo Scholar. Let's go. I don't know how long I'll be doing these transformation sequences, but we'll see. I'll give them a few times, if you like them, if I like editing them. So we'll see. Let's keep it going. All right, so now we're on chapter 24, The Lie Rejector. Okay? Oh! I'm gonna show you one more time. I can't hold it up too long because they like to copyright. At the end of this chapter, we have some questions for a little Q&A with Oda. So let's make sure, just pause this and circle back to the beginning of this video to hear what we're talking about at the end of this video. Does it make sense? Boom. Okay, cool. Just pause that part because there's some questions. And it took me a long time to figure out these questions and where they were coming from. I literally flipped all over here because they said 136. And I was like, 136. So I'm at 136, not realizing these are in base and volumes and chapters. So 136 is 136 of volume 3, not 136 of volume 1. Get it? Got it? Good. Let's go. So where we left off last, Luffy, Nami, and Zoro were sailing around looking for another island because they needed some more food and they need a bigger ship and a bigger crew. Because right now, all they have is a swordsman, a captain, and a navigator. We still need someone to cook, and we need a doctor. The main things, components of a pirate crew, you really need the doctor, the cook, and the doctor, the cook, and the navigator. Boom. Those top three. Those top three really going to keep you alive. I know everybody can cook, but you need a professional chef that really knows like herbology and knows like, the land, the water, that really can keep y'all, surviving. Of course, the doctor knows medicine and might be able to use different islands, herbs and medicines and, different narcotics or whatever, different things like that to create medicines to heal people and also do surgery if needed. And Nami navigates and knows the lay of the land, So I've said that previously, but I just want to emphasize these points are very important, right? So when they get to the island, they have met Usopp and they met the 3 little musketeers, which is part of Usopp's little crew. So do we know this what this island's called? I guess I remember these islands. Hold on, I think it's Syrup. I think it's Syrup Village. Is it Syrup Village? All right, so I just checked my Carfax. So we're currently at Gecko Island, and the village he lives in on the island is Syrup Village. Got it? We're at Gecko Island right now, and he lives in Syrup Village, small village, on the island. Okay? Got it. Good. Man, I feel like doing One Piece is kind of like, it's like a college course. We have so much information, like different Vivo cards are coming out, different SBS's articles, Q&As. There's so much world building, and I'm like trying to keep up. I'm like, okay, like I'm caught up, but now it's like, since we're talking, I need to make sure I know what I'm talking about and remembering everything. Like, dang, I hope this gets easier as we progress, but let's keep it going. So Usopp, Nami, Zoro, and Luffy went back into town. They're having some food and they're talking about plans, trying to figure out what's going on, what they're going to do next. So that's what's going on. That's what we did kind of in the past. And they found out kind of he's a liar, but they caught him with, ran-handed while he was saying like, oh, I got 1 million pirates with me. So, he said he had 1 million pirates with him and that he's a great, brave pirate. And they saw through their lies. They saw through his lies. So let's keep it going. Starting with the chapter, like I said, Chapter 24, The Lie Rejector. We open up to the shop where they're at, or the restaurant. And what was the restaurant called again? Mishi. We're at Mishi's restaurant. And the three musketeers are running around the Mishi restaurant trying to locate Usopp because they think he got captured. Onion, are you sure those pirates went in here? Yeah, I saw him. I love how Onion just knows what everything is going on. He clocked the fact that there were some pirates coming with the Buggy Pirate, and then he also clocked where Usopp is. So I think, Onion, your other, is it pepper? And what's the other vegetable? Pepper, onion, and carrot. All right, remember, because carrot, meek. All right, so we have pepper, onion, and carrot. But Pepper and Carrot needs to make sure that they're good friends with Onion, because Onion's going to know what's going on. He has a likings of a captain or be a really good, probably navigator or a scholar, because he knows everything that's going on, right? So these other kids need to stick together. Yeah, I saw him. They took the captain in here. We gotta save him. But real pirates are savages. They'll eat us. Dummy pirates don't eat people. Ogresses do. Now be brave. I just learned what the word or ogresses is, okay? It's ogre with an E-S-S-E-S, right? So ogre, we know what an ogre is. Like if you ever seen Harry Potter, Sorcerer's Stone, the one they jammed the wand up his nose, that's an ogre. Ogresses is a female ogre. Ogresses, sisses, E-S-S-E-S, English, is a multiple array of ogres. Female ogres. A lot of them. More than two. You know what I mean? So, I had to go. I was like, what the hell is ogresses? This will be the greatest battle that Usopp Pirates have ever fought. So now we know the name of the pirates. The Usopp Pirates. Not very creative, Usopp. It could have been called the Long Shots. Or, that's dope. Or the Lock-Ons. Or the Sniper Pirates. That would have been really cool. I know they got little swords, but I wish Usopp would have taught them different little things. They have their little Kingdom Hearts cardboard cutout swords. I think they all should have been like, sharpshooters would have been dope. Variation sharpshooters, a gun, a bow and arrow, a slingshot. Different long range weapons. Sniper Pirates. Wham! They kicked the door open to the Mishi bar or restaurant. We'll call it a restaurant, Mishi restaurant, because the kids walked in, so they should be just a restaurant, not a bar. Usopp Pirates are here. Nami's like, who are they? Luffy's like, huh? Beats me. Hey, where's the captain? Could they have finished with him already? Hey, you pirates, what do you do with our captain? Give him back. That meat was delicious. Meat? The captain? He couldn't have. And Nami's laughing. And the three musketeers are continuing with their conversation. If you're looking for your captain, what did you do to him? He's just... If you're looking for your captain... Oh, I get it now. It's crazy how you read it, then you read it again, and you catch more. I didn't see the little bubble go to Zoro. So Zoro was about to let him know. If you're looking for your captain, the three musketeers are like, wait, what did you do to him? He just got gobbled up. Got gobbled up. And, I would kind of believe Zoro, because Zoro does have green hair. So if a green hair man with 3 swords really calls himself kind of like an ogre, he has some ogre attacks. Like, is it Onigiri Well, I think onigiri, that's a food, right? Or is it ogre? Something to do with ogre. Yeah, it's ogre. Onigiri, ogre, right? Hold on. Okay, so I'm seeing the different kanji. So oni can be a demon, a ogre, or a troll. And they have a specific kanji for that. And then kiri or giri can be cut slash or slicing. So onigiri can be demon slash or ogre cutter. That's really cool. All right. So I can see why they think, he ate him up, because he has ogre vibes. And they're like, the Three Musketeers like, oh no, what? Ogresses? And looking dead at Nami saying ogresses. And Nami's like, why are you looking at me? And so the whole crew is laughing and laughing and laughing. And the Three Musketeers are like, time to go. That's what he said, then he left. Talking about Usopp. It was probably time for him to go to the mansion. The mansion where the sick girl lives. Yeah? Why would he go there? To tell lies. That's not very nice, Luffy says. Yeah, it is. It's very nice. Right? Yeah, it's great. And Luffy's like, huh? Here comes Luffy. He's a very judgy character. So he's like peeping game, like, okay. Cut to the mansion. So we know what it's called now, because I know what to call it. I know, I said it looked like the castle from Full Metal Alchemist, where Raph and Pride lived, right? Yep, exactly. So we're going to call this building where the mistress girl that Usopp is looking for, or is friends with, or been lying to, we'll call it Mansion. The Mansion. You wish to see Usopp? Impossible. Title card, Klahadore, the butler. So let me get into what he looks like. So Klahadore has a black slick back hair. He has a button-down shirt, but his shirt, like the collar, goes like this. So it's kind of like that, okay? He has a tie, it's a normal tie, but he doesn't wear it up to his throat. He has one button open, and he has a very nice blazer, really dope. But it's looking kind of like he has a blazer. The lapels have like two little brooches, little circle brooches on it. And then he has two prints on each pocket, where like you have a pocket. Well, not really, your pockets are up here. But, well, I guess the pockets could be right here. But in front of where the pockets would be, there's two prints right here, right? And the prints kind of look like Sukamon from Digimon poops, right? So it looks like Digimon poop or Sukamon poops on there. With just like a little swirly top for like whipped cream. He's holding a towel. His feet is together. Butler, like this. And he wears striped socks. So at least he's a stylish butler. He's a very stylish. And so the girl speaks. We finally see her. Very pretty girl. She has a bob. A little babayana. Why? I just want to talk to him. Must I explain again? Klahadore says, it's not proper for a lady to associate with the biggest liar in this village. He's a bad influence. Phooey. We get a title card of the girl that's been talking. Her name is Kaya, mistress of the mansion. That's fine. Think of me as you will, but I must protect you. So they're having a little spout, but I'll continue real quick. Your body is weak. Usopp's nonsensical stories are too much stimulus for you. But I like them, Kaya says. People understand. Your late parents entrusted me with your welfare, and I will watch over you. So Klahadore is a butler, but also Kaya's protector. And Kaya is just laid up in the bed, very luxuriously looking out the window. She has a bob. And Kaya also has like a slip dress on. She's she's sick. I don't know if we learned that I spelled that one. Well, she's sick. And she's in the bed. And Klahadore is talking about, yes, I have to protect you. And that's why I have guards outside. So it cuts to a panel in front of the gate with two other butlers or two other guards. They kind of look like more like mobster type guards. You know what I mean? Like Al Cappuccino type guys. And also at this time, I'm noticing when he's speaking to Kaya, he's like doing this. So he's cleaning some glasses. And then he put on the glasses, right? And when he puts on the glasses, right, he goes like this. Or is he making her some tea? He's doing something. I thought he had the glasses off cleaning in the first panel when he first introduced talking to Kaya. But he's probably making her some tea. But then it's the glass. He holds the glass like this. Why are you pushing it up like this? Kind of weird. That was my mistake. And then when he says all for your best interest, he pushes up like this. Why you don't go like this, this? You know, he does this like something. He has a habit where he doesn't want his fingers touching. Making a note. You know, Oda always dropping gems, so let's make a note of that. I'm glad you understand. I'll leave your medicine here. See that? You take it. So that's what he was fixing at the table while he kept adjusting his glasses. And Kaya's like, okay. Then Kaya hears a ting, 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 ting. Maybe little rocks at her window. And she looks at the window. Usopp. You're looking as unhealthy as ever, madam. Now, do I remember in the anime that Usopp was on top of a tree talking to her? I didn't know it was a first floor type of mansion, but that she was on. I thought she was on the second floor for some reason. I don't know. That was so many years ago, but that's what I remembered. And so Usopp is standing at the tree, chilling, talking to Kaya, knocked on her window because he really likes her. And so they have a conversation. I'm sorry I can't welcome you as a proper guest. Klahadore won't allow it. He's not really a bad person, though. I don't care. I like being out here anyway. I wouldn't feel comfortable in your fancy old mansion. After all, I'm a brave Gillian pirate. Kaya's like, well, what's today's adventure? You know, Usopp is a very big liar, so I'm going to keep going down and talk about it. Today I'm going to tell you something that happened when I was 5 years old. I fought a giant goldfish that lived in the South Seas. A goldfish? Yeah, and you should have seen the size of its poop. It was so big, I thought it was an island and moored my ship to it. Moored my ship to it. Okay, we're using a lot of vocabulary here. I'm like, moored my ship. Does that mean he binded his ship to it? Let's see. Let's just check this out. It means to secure a floating vessel in a specific place by attaching to a fixed point such as a dock, buoy, or the seabed. Okay, moored his ship there. So like docked his ship, or absorbed his ship, or not even no, docked his ship to the peep. And then you see Luffy, hey, he is a nice guy. Cutting back to the Three Musketeers and the Straw Hat Pirates. He makes up stories to cheer her up. He's been doing it for the past years, Nami says. That's right. That's what I like about the captain. He's a meddler. I like the captain because he's so bossy. I like the captain because he's so boastful. Zoro says. You sure got a lot of good qualities, huh? Then the girl's spirits must not be too low. I told you, Luffy. Luffy always has a great judge of character. So why would he do these things? Why would he just be so nice to her and try to uplift her spirits? Because something's wrong. She's not feeling the best. And, you know, he really likes her. That's right. Thanks to the captain. Because the captain can get, well, Captain Usopp, of the Usopp Pirates, he can make her spirits better. You know, when you're sick, sometimes you just want somebody to make you laugh. No matter if it's true or not. Well, that settles it. Let's go ask her to give us a ship, Luffy says. And Nami's like, but we already decided against that idea. Cutting back to in front of the mansion. Hey, you, give us a ship. Luffy yelling. Then Luffy is just like, you know what? F it. I'm just jumping over. And the Straw Pirates are like, so no stopping him. I guess we're just doing this. And then cut to Klahadore and another guy there's a butler, but this person has kind of sheep aesthetic. He has a sheep, he has an afro, and he has a little sheep ram. I would say ram horns on top of his, in his afro, so it clearly look like that's his. And he has a scarf, but his scarf is a ram. Is he what I think he is? Is he a mink, just, first mink? Or he's just a human that likes to have a ram horns and kind of like a furry collar? We don't know. What? Intruders? Where are the guards? They're on lunch break. So we'll call him the Ram Butler came and told Klahadore there's intruders. And he's like, where's the guard? They're on lunch break. And so you cut back to Usopp and Kai just laughing, having a good time. You know, he's telling more lies and she's asking questions about what did you do with the goldfish? Chopped it up and took it to a land of little people. They're still eating it to this day. Oh, what's such a good guy. And after such a glorious feat, the people called out to me, Captain. That's right, they called me. Gasp. Usopp's like, oh my god, what are you guys doing here? So it's Luffy, the Three Musketeers, and the Straw Hat Pirates. We brought these guys with us. Who are they? Kai says. You must be the mistress of this place. Oh, they heard of my reputation from afar and came to seek me out. They're the newest members of my crew. And Usopp's like, yeah. Usopp said all this, but Usopp's like, continue the bit. And Luffy's like, hey, that's not right. Guy is like, a favor to ask me? Luffy said, yeah, we want a big sturdy ship. What is the meaning of this? You realize you're trespassing. The butler, Klahadore. You see these people there. Save your excuses for later, Kaya. You must all go immediately. Or do you have some business here? Mongrels. I want a big sturdy ship, Luffy says. I can't help you. And then now you see Zoro just tapping Luffy because Luffy's like, aww. And then, boom. Klahadore looks at Usopp. You're Usopp, aren't you? And then Kai's like, panting. Your reputation precedes you. You're the talk of the village. Thanks. Call me Captain Usopp if you please. But really, there's no need for flattery. The gods, they've reported seeing you lurking around the estate. Do you have any business being here? He does it again. Oh, well, yes I do. I saw a legendary mole enter this estate. I'm trying to capture it. You have a gift for the seeds. What? I've also heard stories of your father. You're the son of that filthy pirate. He keeps doing this. I wouldn't put anything past you. Stay away from Mistress Kaya. And everyone's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Wow, his father's a pirate, Luffy says? A filthy pirate. You and Mistress Kaya from completely different worlds. Is it money you're after? How much do you want? Kaya's furious, and Kaya yells, you've gone too far, Klahadore. You owe Usopp an apology. Mistress Kaya, why should I apologize to this trash? I'm only speaking the truth. But I do feel sorry for you. Your treasure-crazed idiot father did abandon you. Klahadore is like, Kaya says, Klahadore, shut up! Klahadore, what are you doing? And Usopp's pissed. Usopp's so mad, man. He's like, harking, man. Man, somebody just talked about your mom and your dad. Well, really, your dad. He's a great pirate. We soon find out, how do we know this pirate? We met him before. Sound off down below. Usopp rhymes with what? Exactly. Stop bad-mouthing my father. What are you getting so worked up about? Why not just fabricate some your outrageous lies about your father? Just say he's really a merchant or that he's not your real father, or perhaps... Shut up! Boom! Usopp speed blitzes him. Bam! Punches him and knocks him to the ground. Kai's like, Luffy. Now Luffy caught wind. Now Luffy wants Usopp on the crew. Because Luffy's like, his dad's a pirate and he's fearless and went after him about his dream or his nakama. Good man. So the Three Musketeers are like, Captain! And Zoro and Nami are just looking, peeping game. See how he is? His first instinct is violence. He's an animal like his father. Shut up, Usopp says. I am proud that my father is a pirate. I'm proud that he's a brave warrior of the sea. You're right. I do make up stories. But there's one thing I'll never lie about. I'll never lie about my pirate heritage. I'm the son of a pirate. Hey, wait a minute. Now I remember, Luffy says. End of chapter 24. Real quick, we have a little Q&A, and the title of this Q&A is called The Path to Becoming a Manga Character. So they're asking Oda a few questions, and he's going to answer. If you go back to the beginning of this video, screenshot that so you can have it as a reference, because I'll be referencing that specific sketch with the 4 different people in it. And so I'll just go back to the beginning of the chapter and the omnibus, and we see from left to right, respectively, Kabashi the acrobat, Zoro the swordsman, we keep calling it Zolo, but it's supposed to be Zoro the swordsman, Hachi the messenger, which is like a little bird, right? And it might be like a ninja because it has like, the bandana like that. Or maybe like a little stock thing or motherly thing going to him. I don't know his epithet or his gimmick, but he has like the bandana tied underneath. And then you got Moji, the animal trainer, right? And so you're all standing next to each other. Oh, and then, hey, you forgot one. The cat. Well, I forgot the cat. Is the cat named Lucy? I forgot. In the Moji's cat. They should have put him down there too in his name. Anyway, so let's read the question and the answer. First question, regarding the drawings on page 136. So that's the page we're talking about. This was the second draft of sketches I drew of Buggy's pirate crew. At this point, I didn't make any changes to Buggy's appearance, so he's not included on this page. So dope. This in the character development and the manga development, he was just drawing the character over and over and over and further developing these 4 characters. So this is like the second round of their look. Why is Zolo, aka Zoro, or Zoro, aka Zolo, there? So as you can see with the 4 pirates, Zoro is there standing with Hachi, the messenger, Kabaji the acrobat, and Moji the animal trainer. Why? In the early versions of this story, Zoro was a bodyguard on Buggy's ship before he joined Luffy. After a lot of thought, I decided not to do it that way. I like that. I like they gave Zoro this independence and being a bounty hunter. But having him as a hero for hire for Buggy. Looking at where we're at now with the cross skill and with Buggy and Mihawk and the other pirates that joined him, I'm happy they gave him his independence and he's bounty hunter for money. They gave him more independence, more depth to the story that he didn't want to be a pirate really. So I kind of like how it character builds all the other Straw Hat pirates like Nami and Zoro really not wanting to be pirates, and then they hopped on his crew, Luffy's crew, because they really believed in him. Next question. Hachi, the messenger. Not to get confused with Hachi, the fisherman from later on. If you're just rewatching this, because you just wanted to start from the beginning, you know what I'm talking about. If not, stay tuned. I'll see you in like 500 chapters. Hachi. Oh no, I'll see you all on part. Hachi, the messenger, is a carrier pigeon. He relays messages between Buggy and his crew. So like Harry Potter, like Hagrid. So you give him a letter, he'll get you there and forth your messages. Really nice. I wonder what he likes to eat. He's an Oppo bearer bird, and his natural habitat appears to be the Grand Line. Okay. How did this bird come to be? Is Buggy from the Grand Line? We'll see. Moji design ideas. Okay. Moji, and remember Moji is the animal trainer, right? The animal trainer one that has the panda hoodie on and the panda cutoff vest. So Moji design ideas. Last question 4. Found these sketches in my book of doodles, so I've included them here. They look pretty cool too. So it really shows that and it shows him like a little thumbnail sketch of him. So cool. Doesn't look nothing like him, but I can see where it comes from. So it really shows that like when you're just creating, designing, or developing, continue to always just design and have a little notepad, a little journal. I take notes on my phone all the time. At the time when I was, heavily like designing, or I'm always designing in my head, or sketch. I have like, even for this channel, I have this planner. And so like I write different things down and ideas, and I have an idea producing notes and stuff also on my laptop. But at first I wasn't going to schedule things out, but see, I have things scheduled out. I need to fill out the rest of the week out, and goals and you should do those things because it helps you develop, especially when you're building a world, building something. Just always, and you can always go back in your archives. I have something in my laptop archives, maybe like 50 to 100 different ideas, different just documents, researching things like that. So it really dope that Oda has archives to go back to. So, all right, tell me how you like this chapter. The big highlight of this full chapter was Usopp hitting. How did I forget his name? Klahadore, that's his name, Klahadore. Hitting Klahadore, knocking him out. And we also learned that his father was a pirate and left him to go to the seas, right? Of course, Usopp's going to join. We already know that. But I'm going to just say that. I'm going to just say that this is part of the tragic backstory. We only got Zoro's tragic backstory. So maybe we find out what Usopp is and like where's his dad? Where's his mom at currently right now? It seems like Luffy does know who Usopp is. Let me sound down below who you think Usopp's dad is. It's kind of obvious, but I'll give you a hint. It's one of the pirates in Romance Dawn. So let me know if you think it's who's Usopp's dad. And let me know if you like these transformation sequences. I think it's kind of fun. Whatever. I'll see you later. This is Dr. Alchemist, the Neo Scholar for One Piece Reviews. Signing out, logging off, and remember, keep analoging. Because you see, the master himself, Oda, took one of his little thumbnail sketches and created a character. I'm out.